Hello everybody, I hope you're all okay. So it's been a while since I've made a video, but I know that Wendy has been making lots and lots of videos, keeping you all busy and keeping you all entertained on our YouTube channel. Today I thought it'd be a lovely idea for us to have a look at something that's coming up this week. So have a minute just to have a think what might be happening this week. So we know it's half term, so there's no schoolwork. What else? It's just been Valentine's Day, hasn't it? So it's not Valentine's Day that I'm thinking of. It's not half term that I'm thinking of. And this particular thing happens tomorrow, which is going to be Tuesday. Okay, and that is, if you've not guessed it already, Pancake Day. So I don't know about you guys, but I love pancakes. They are my favourite thing ever. They are scrumptious, they're warm. You can have them cold as well, but I like to have mine warm, and you can choose all different things that you want to put on top of it. Some people like fruit, some people like chocolate, some people like strawberry sauce, all different things. So we're all different, aren't we? But that's okay. And some of you might not make pancakes or might not know what pancakes are, but that's okay, because the activity that we're going to do today you can use for anything that you want to make. Any cooking, any baking, or even if you just want to play. You can pretend that you're cooking, pretend that you're baking, pretend that you work in the kitchen. Okay, so what I thought we could do together today is we could make a chef's hat. So this activity, you could use it before you're going to do some baking or some cooking. If you know that later on I'm going to go and bake something with my mummy or my daddy or whoever's at home with you, somebody in your family, and you can do this activity and make a chef's hat so that you can wear it whilst you're cooking. Okay, so what we're going to need for that activity today is some paper. So my paper's white, but you can use any colour you want to use. Okay, and we're going to need some scissors. Now please remember that these scissors are sharp. Okay, so we need to make sure that we ask permission, so ask mummy or daddy or whoever's at home with you before we use the scissors. Okay, if they're happy for you to do that, that's fine. If you need a little bit of help from a grown-up, that's also fine. Okay, but please remember to check because they're sharp. Now, if we're going to be moving around the house with our scissors, which we don't really want to do, but if you have to, remember that we always hold our scissors like this, okay? And the reason for this is because, as we said, they're very sharp, and if we're walking like this, we could injure somebody or ourselves. If we fall over, we could injure ourselves with the end of the scissors. So it's always better, and you must always carry your scissors like this, okay? I don't want you to walk around with them today. That's not part of our activity, so don't worry. So we've got our scissors, we've got our paper. Now you can either have a glue stick, some sellotape, or you could even use a stapler. But again, please ask for permission from a grown-up before using a stapler, okay? Because those things are also very, very sharp. We don't want anybody with staples in their fingers. So today I've got glue and I've got sellotape. So what we're going to need to do first of all, okay, this is our paper. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to try and measure the paper around our head. So you might need to ask somebody to help you do this. You could ask a brother or a sister, or again a grown-up, anybody that's free and not busy in your house, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the paper and we're going to bring it around our head. So as you can see, this paper is not big enough for my head. If I made a chef's hat out of just this one piece of paper, it wouldn't fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two pieces of paper and I'm going to glue them together side by side, okay? Just like this. So for you guys, you might not need two whole pieces of paper because your hairs won't be as big as mine, but that's okay. So what you can do is you can cut one of these pieces in half and then still stick it together side by side, okay? But I'm going to use two. So two pieces for Emma. So I'm just going to get my glue stick. I can get the lid off. It's a very tight lid, that one was. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you guys up here, and then I'm going to do it on the floor so I can lean, is I'm going to glue all the way down one side of my paper, okay? So not all the way across the paper, just down this one side of paper, okay? You might want to make sure that you've got quite a lot of glue on there just so it sticks. And if you think that, you know, my glue stick's not sticking as well as it should do, then you might want to use your Sellotape. But again, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to try with the glue first. I don't know how it's going to work. So I've now glued all the way down here. So what I'm going to do is take my second piece of paper and I'm just going to stick it together. So if you can see the shadow behind, I'm not going to move it all the way across like this. Just going to stick the two ends together, okay? So just like this. I'll show you on the back. Can you see? I've joined the two pieces of paper together. And now I'm going to press down really, really hard, okay? Just to make sure that they've stuck. And then what I'm going to do, just to check, because you can never be too sure, is I'm going to measure this piece of paper around my head. Oh my goodness, guys, it only just fits my head. I've got a big head. Okay, but that is really good. That's what we want, okay? So now our next job is we need to fold our piece of paper. Now, we could fold it like this, but that's not what we want for our chef's hat. So we want to fold it in half. So it's going to go, if it will go, it's going to go down like this, can you see? And then we'll make our crease. So we're going to fold it in half that way, okay? So I'm just going to do that so that I get a neat line. Now you can, if you want to, I'm not going to, but you can press it down to make that crease if you want to. I'm not going to do that today. What I'm going to do, is this is where the glue comes in again, is I'm going to put glue all the way across the bottom of my paper. So again, just the edge, not all of the paper. I'm going to stick these two edges here together so that we have something that looks a little bit like this, okay? So please bear with me again, guys, because I need my glue. So I'm just going to make sure I've got lots and lots of glue on the bottom of this paper. Lots and lots of glue. Just remember, just along the strip, okay? So we're not gluing the whole paper together. We're just gluing that bottom strip that we've just had a look at. And then you want to fold your paper again. So find that fold. So again, like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the two bottom pieces of paper together, okay? And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to stick it all the way along. So let me do that, guys, and then I can hold it up to the camera to show you. It's quite fiddly, this job, but you can do it, guys. So there we go. Now you can see that that's stuck at the bottom. Okay, there's the top and there's the bottom, and it's stuck. So the next part of our job is where our scissors come in. So here are our scissors, okay? They're here, and remember, we need to be super, super careful. And what we're going to do is, and you can if you want to, I'm not going to draw lines, but you can either draw lines all the way across your paper so you know where you want to cut, or you can just cut. I'm going to just cut, okay? So what we're going to do is, let me show you this way first, is we're not going to cut all the way to the bottom of our paper and cut the paper off. We're going to stop probably, I'd say, just over halfway down. So I'll show you my first one, and we're going to snip very carefully, making sure those fingers are out of the way. So can you see, I've just made something that looks like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that all the way across. Yours won't be as long as mine. Remember, my head is bigger than yours, guys. So mine looks super, super long. So I'm just going to pause this video whilst I snip, because you don't need to sit watching me cut all of these pieces of paper. Okay, but just so you can get an idea, I'm just going to pause the video, guys, and then cut all of this for you, and then I'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. So by now we should have cut all of our pieces of paper. And don't worry if you haven't, you can pause the video while you finish cutting yours and then join us again when you've finished. So don't rush, remember to take extra care with those scissors. So I've cut all of these strips along my hat now, okay? So the next job, before we turn this into a hat, because we're going to decorate this hat, okay? So before you do that, before you turn it into a hat, you might want to decorate it whilst it's flat, just because it makes it a bit easier, okay? So I'm just going to draw something really simple for you guys as an example, but you guys can decorate it in whatever way you want to. I'm just going to draw love hearts all the way across the bottom of my hat, okay? So again, I'm going to pause the video, guys, whilst I do that, so I won't be a second. Right, guys, are we ready? So don't know if you can see there on the camera, I've just drawn some hearts all the way across the bottom of my hat, okay? And I've written Master Chef Emma with a smiley face. So like I say, you guys can decorate it in whatever way you want. You can use different colours. You can even do all of these strips different colours if you've got lots of time and you feel quite creative today, okay? So now our next job is to glue our hat together like this, okay? So what you want to do, again, just using the ends of our paper, is find those two end strips, okay? So either side of the paper. So this one and this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue or sellotape or staple, whichever ones you fancy. We're going to glue them together, stick them together. I'm going to use my glue. Okay, now you might want to, for this bit, you might want to use sellotape just to make sure it's not going to come undone, because you don't want it to fall into your baking or into your pancakes. But just to show you guys, I'm going to use glue, okay? So I've popped my glue on now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hat round to make a circle. Can you see? And I'm going to stick those two ends together, just like this. So press them down or stick your sellotape on. And then I'm going to find the bit where it says Master Chef Emma, because I want that to be at the front of my hat. I'm going to try it out for size, guys. See if I measured it right. Oh, look at that. Perfect fit. Can you see? So now I've got my Master Chef hat and I am ready to go and make some pancakes. So whether you make pancakes or you do some cooking or some baking or you're just playing with your hat and having fun, I hope you enjoyed this activity, guys. I hope it keeps you very, very busy. And I'd love it if you could send some pictures to one of the managers on their phones. Ask your mummy or your daddy so that we can see your hats. And if you want to make a video of you in your hat, that would be amazing. Be really, really happy to see them and to see you guys on the camera. Okay, so have a fantastic half term and I'll hopefully see you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.